Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to Caves of Cud. So while I was setting up to record, I noticed this. Check this out. If I hold Alt, it highlights the bookcases, right? But it shows them with books in them. When we hold Alt, it's supposed to show us all of our interactables. So I'm wondering, we're going to go back over to those bookcases real quick and check if this is a two bookcases in the same spot problem. No, it says just one wooden bookshelf. Okay, I guess just the interactable marker only has the one sprite. Okay, that's not a big deal. I was just wondering if maybe we were missing perhaps even more books somehow. Now some of you might be saying, hey SP, aren't you being kind of a huge baby here, refusing to go to the parts of the game that are dangerous, just sticking to the place where you are obviously the master of all you survey? And the answer is, yeah, I need a confidence boost, so yes, that's exactly what's happening here. And then we fought a dog. What did we even do to this cult of Quixus III, I ask you, aside from wander into their sacred area and immediately start killing absolutely everything, which I guess I did do. Oh, hold on, though. In my defense, they were definitely going to kill us, right? It's not like Villus Vesius showed up here and was just like, hey, I should kill everyone. I should just absolutely murder every person. You might argue that some of my self-defense is, proactive, preemptive, perhaps, but what you cannot argue is that it wasn't, in some way, basically self-defense. We're actually losing a lot of health here. I am prepared to sprint away if we have to, but I'm just going to use a lot of gun bullets first. Yeah, it's looking a little grim. Let's hit sprint. We're going to back off this way a little bit, just give ourselves time to replenish a bit of health. I mean, actually, I can just wait here, and then we can shoot them as they try to approach. I'm pretty sure... Wasn't there one more dog? I'm gonna rest until healed if it'll let me. Yeah, totally did. And there was one more dog. He was waiting for me to emerge. He waited a long time. I don't know how many hours we rested there, but it probably wasn't 0, right? And look at that, man. We took a lot of damage really quickly. I'm gonna rest again. So yeah, the dog is totally content to just lay in wait. Weird strategy. You know what? Let's just shoot him. How many bullets do I have? 340 remaining. And I mean, we do use 2 bullets every single time we fire, so it's not like... We do not have infinite rounds. I am not totally safe to just go nuts. We should probably try to fight with our short sword sometimes when we can, but we still, we get hit for a considerable amount when we get hit. I guess there's just not a lot of actual damage mitigation. Right? Like, armor, that's not true. I was thinking, like, if a thing hits you for 8, it either hits you for 8 or doesn't. Because armor doesn't actually reduce damage, it reduces the likelihood that damage will be dealt. But I guess that's not true, because armor does prevent... armor does actually reduce the damage you take on hits because it reduces the number of times that an attack might penetrate. It's a weird system, and it's not intuitive to me. I'm sure there's lots of good reasons for it to be this way. I think it's a neat system. I don't have any real thoughts about it from a mechanical perspective just yet, but it definitely is unintuitive to me. I'll be honest with you, I kind of like how narrow everything in this area is. It makes it really easy to explore without opening up like a lot of sightlines. I feel like we have really good control over who can see us and when. The seed sprout worm burrows into the ground. Okay. So, a steel potter's knife. Something just happened over here. I mean, we'll take this knife. Wait a minute, what are the stats on that? 4 penetration, 1d4 plus 1. So 1d4 plus 1 is going to be 3.5. It's functionally, it's the same damage. It's the same average damage. It's a little bit more predictable. Does a potter's knife have any other interesting traits? No? Okay. We'll just keep using our carbide short sword then. Ah, stupid burrow worm, look at it. It's just creating big clods of dirt blocking our path. And it is between us and the stairs, which is, like, very annoying. Okay, please stop doing that. 3-pound weird artifact. 3 pounds. Magnetized boots. Okay. Equip, right? I was just wearing, like, normal leather boots before. Magnetized boots are definitely an upgrade, so we're hard to push. It does lower my move speed, I guess, which maybe is not such a good idea. +4 on saves versus move, knockdown, knockback, restraint, and drag. Those things don't happen that often. And it does drop us below base move speed. You know what? I actually am going to go back to the leather boots. And also, let's destroy this stupid plant thing. I'm tired of everybody spawning... everybody spawning walls of plant matter in front of me. And this... You can see it. You can see it just continuing to fill the hallway that we need to get through. This is like a very tedious thing for it to do. I would like to catch up with it and kill it for the crime of slowing me down marginally. I mean, is it... It seems like it's not actually around here? Okay, well, whatever. It created a bunch of annoying dirt that didn't actually... Oh, hold on. We didn't fully explore, though. Oh, my. This is interesting. Okay, we're going to come right back. I didn't actually fully explore this. There's an area up here. Aha! And it's a good thing we came back. Get dead. Stop biting me. You're biting me actually very effectively. You've gotten blood all over the bookshelf. What is wrong with you? Oh, hey. There's 2 bookshelves in that space. No, I don't want to... Aha! And they did, in fact, both have books in them. Okay. Good to know. So we're a little over our maximum weight. I mean... Honestly, armor sells for not nearly enough to justify the weight. Okay. Let's get back down here. I guess I should... Hold on. One more time. We should rest here where we know it's safe until we're at full. Okay. Now... Let's explore. We'll just chop down some dreadroot, because it's very frustrating to be around. So it's just... This is just like picket fencing, right? Yeah, it's just a big grid of wrought iron fence. Who would design this? Divine Fury? He doesn't. Good to know. I'm always into a god that doesn't Divine Fury. Too many gods are too eager to Divine Fury. I am... Oh. God, we're being approached. Run away. Run away. Okay. Hey, look at that. +1 to each attribute. I don't actually know what we're going to do with those skill points. Let's kill this thing real quick. Is that... That's an eel, right? Yeah, it's a sewage eel, so he must be in a space that has, like, liquid in it. Then we're just going to try desperately to kill you. I'm shooting the wall a lot. Okay. I do not like all these gelatinous enemies. So, we are in a pretty okay spot, stats-wise. 26 agility now. We're definitely headed in the direction of the 29 that we need to have fastest gun in the rust, which I absolutely am very excited to have. So, empty the clips. It's definitely a very powerful thing. So in 3 levels, we'd be able to pick that up. We need to save 300 skill points for it if we want it right away, which means we can spend everything we have right now and just not spend after this, and we will totally get it. So, if we're free to spend everything that we have right now, what are the things that we really value? We don't have the intelligence necessary to take on the next level of tinkering. We could pick up some stuff in the middle here. Scavenger could potentially give us extra scrap. Honestly, repair. We haven't had a lot of use for repair, but repair seems like the kind of thing that would be useful. Let's grab repair. I could definitely see us coming across a situation where we suddenly wish we had it. Do we want... I mean, we can't do anything in persuasion. Self-discipline is... I mean, I guess it would give us access to Fasting Way, which is fine. What is it? Endurance again? Chance to shake off daze or stun, and then swimming, and yeah, it's not amazing for us. I'm just trying to make sure we're not missing out on anything like that makes a lot of sense here. Better water rituals, I don't really care about. Trash divining. Trash divining's interesting. I don't know if it's 300 skill points interesting. Especially since I don't really value tactful. Cooking and gathering. We could pick up some basic cooking skill. That might be worthwhile. We can also pick up some short blade skill. We were definitely talking about that. Juke. You know, honestly, Juke and Tumble. How much... where's Juke again? Juke is in Tactics. And we do have base Tactics already. Move one square at no action cost, even enabling you to swap squares with a hostile opponent. I think I'm going to take this. We're going to take Juke. And we're going to take Tumble. So just +1 DV all the time, and then also a shorter cooldown on Juke. That gives us a lot more movement abilities. They can buy us just a little bit of range. And we're not totally reliant on Sprint anymore. I mean, I guess we weren't totally reliant on Sprint before. I'm going to use my Juke to step away from this guy. And then we're going to continue to step away from him. It's a very sneaky maneuver there. 44 rounds on, yeah. And see, sometimes he just double moves, and it's very hard to feel safe around these dudes. I do not like the number of gelatinous enemies we are running into here. Okay, nothing particularly interesting down there. Also, look how tough we are. Hold on, how many skill points did I leave us with? Okay, 30. For a second there, I was thinking... I was like, did I leave us with 80 skill points? Because if we have 80 skill points, I should spend... We should take some wayfaring type stuff. Alright, turns out sewage eels have very poor armor. We got a quintuple penetration there. Is this a bunch of... It is a bunch of aloe volta. We've not found a reason to, like, collect aloe volta, or I suppose a way. It seems like a plant that can just produce electricity ought to be a useful thing, don't you think? That guy gonna, Okay, we got his attention at least. Sewage eels are worth a considerable amount of XP when you consider the amount of effort it takes to kill them. Okay, that's just asphalt. I'm really worried that we're going to open a door and discover that a gelatinous wedge or something is right on top of us. And that we, okay, that's just a normal giant amoeba. And that we are in grave danger, you know? Okay, nothing here. So I wonder if we're going to get to the bottom of this place and it's just going to be kind of like nothing. You know, like, do we have a reason to think that there will necessarily be something meaningful at the bottom of this? So this is iron fencing. I'm not going to be able to just jump over the fencing. I'm not going to be able to smash it down, right? I got it for 6 damage. The thing is, I don't really want to walk through all of that. The stuff is poisonous, right? And it seems like really bad news. But we don't have another way to continue forward, and we have not yet actually gotten into any trouble moving through it. So maybe it's not even a problem. Although it does seem to spontaneously generate sewage eels, which is also not a problem. Sewage eels easy to kill, and gives a lot of XP. Really hard to shoot diagonally. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, there was no reason to come through here. It seems like swimming through the brown sludge doesn't harm us. I will say it's a little unintuitive. It seems real spooky. Uh-oh. I just got time dilated by this legendary herding dog. Okay, so he is tough. He is dilating time, so our quickness is not going to hold the way it has in the past. I hit him for 1. I did not mean to press reload. I'm going to hobble him. I begin bleeding, so he is now covered in blood on account of the bleeding that I did on him. I'm bleeding, he's bleeding. I'm just going to try shooting him. Yeah, I think we're best off just standing and fighting. We're doing damage to him pretty quickly. He is changing colors very fast. Oh no, my reputation with the cult of people who want to murder me went down. Reload. It won't let me rest until healed, as long as I'm bleeding. There we go. And he didn't even drop... He didn't even have any cool loot. Hey, this is maybe cool loot. The Shining Muffs of Sabal and Cybernetic Credit Wedge 2 cents. Sorry, that's not what I meant to do. Oh no, that is what I meant to do. I took everything, but I was trying to... I pressed the button that lets you inspect things when they're in a shopkeeper's inventory, which in that context was instead take all, because that's the way the game works. It does seem like a small oversight. A tiny wedge of plastic. Credits remaining, 2 cents. Okay, yeah. I don't know what this is. What is Cybernetics Credit Wedge? Like, if it just said it was a credit wedge, I'd be like, oh, it's like a debit card, right? It's a thing that money is on. Maybe it's a thing that was, like, installed in a person? And... I don't know. Alright, what about this other thing? The Shining Muffs of Sabal. Perch fish leather was worn by fish workers in the earlier Sultanate, but by the time of Kuxis I, it was prized by gentlefolk. This pair is exquisitely crafted. They're engraved with beautiful sapphires. They give +3 ego. What slot did that even go in? It went over my hands. Okay. Causing me to unequip some boarskin gloves. So my actual defense and dodge values, my armor and dodge values did not change, but I gained 3 points of ego, which seems pretty damn significant. And I guess that right there is how you know you got to the bottom. A chest that is the special color. I'm gonna back up here. Is that guy following us? Hard to say. It's not really that hard to say. The answer appears to be no. Juke, then sprint. See, now the answer is not no anymore. He decided to start following us after it was clear that he was not following us. It's a clever maneuver. So I'm going to sprint the other way now. Try to kill these enemies as quickly as possible. I mean, I do a fair amount of damage. Oh god. The good news is the enemies can't occupy the same space as one another. So, sewage eels are kind of helping me out here. Okay, we killed the wedge before it could get onto us and just consume me. Is this solid? Okay. Sewage eel got. Gonna be able to hit that guy? No. No, probably not. Cool, I hit the wall. Boy, I hate this. We're in like a serious situation here regarding the amount of time we have to kill this thing. Okay, we got there. Oh my god. Enemies, stop. I will fight you once I am on the other side of this. It's just poor sportsmanship to keep ambushing me at the corner like that. So I'm going to assume that we are not going to see another staircase down here. We found the treasure chest with the rare thing in it. And maybe that's the idea in all of these like special layer type areas, is that you're just looking for one particular special treasure chest. It's gonna have some kind of fancy named item in it. For some reason there's a dog corpse over here. So there's something down here that isn't part of the cult. And it killed a dog. I can't enter this space with this door because it is also, there is a tree. That door is just all up in a tree. That's a snapjaw. Yep, you are not part of the cult. Just like random snapjaws in a hallway. Yielding just enough XP for me to level up, which I really appreciate. And we're just gonna save our XP. Right, or our skill points, rather, for the moment. Okay, well, it looks like we did, in fact, wring all of the value out of this, I see one more enemy over there. But basically, wring all the value out of this dungeon, and the amount of value was considerable. What an extremely good dungeon. So that's probably, like, that's a thing that we definitely have not been doing. Earning a lot of high-value stat-increasing items. It has been the case so far, in my experience, that stat-increasing items are fairly rare. I can't reach the stairs safely from here. Is that true? So is there something going on that I don't know that I should know? Oh, right, because here's the problem. Somebody built a bunch of earthen walls between me and the stairs up. There we go. Let's walk to the nearest stairway up. Let's get out of this dungeon. Okay, I don't even remember where we are. Let's go back over here and use the campfire to cook something, just whip up a quick meal, you know, eat a circuit board. Hey, +3 to saves versus disease. Sounds like a great idea. Hell am I and what am I doing? We are... Oh, that's right, Sabal. I remember how we got here. We had a quest, and we did the thing. So now... I mean, we may as well do the Grit Gate. We should be plenty tough for Grit Gate. The step beyond it, the Golgotha thing, may be less the case. Well, we should probably go check out what's in that treasure chest. Up and to the left of us. So let's splatter a bunch of snapjaws here. I don't think we have a lot. Why is that guy yellow? Oh. Oh, because he's covered in sap. Okay. I don't think we have a lot to worry about here. The snapjaws should be totally trivial as enemies. We may as well pick up a bunch of the stuff that we happen to walk past here. Yeah, there's a weird artifact in that. Oh, a silver nugget. That's got to be valuable. These enemies are rated as trivial. I believe that. I can't see why they should be a threat to us. Although, I'll be honest with you, took what I feel like is an embarrassing amount of damage there against that one enemy. I'm just bleeding all over everything. So let's see. A lacquered bronze dagger is probably worth something. We have enough carry weight to pick up most of this stuff, right? I'm not going to grab the armor. We'll take the weapons. I mean, a club's not even worth anything. What am I doing? Two-handed swords, if I remember correctly, are actually quite valuable. Unusually so for their weight. Grab that too, I guess. Okay, I bled a lot. Is that ammo just laying on the ground? A single steel-headed arrow up here. Oh, Are you serious? Was it wise? Do you feel like you made a good move there? Chasing me into the next screen? What are you thinking? Okay, pretty weird. Pretty weird, just stuff laying on the ground. I mean, the fact that there's a smattering of ammunition laying around suggests that there was some fighting here. I don't know who's fighting what. Oh, wait, I saw a free vine wafer. Okay, I would love to just, like, regain my bearings, if we could maybe make that happen. Well, I discovered some forgotten ruins while regaining my bearings. I guess let's go have a look at the ruins. Boy, did I discover some forgotten ruins? I discovered an awful lot of plant life. There was splashing. I heard splashing just now. I think we should be able to... Yep, I was going to say, should be able to kill a crocodile with a short sword fairly quickly. I heard gunfire. Okay, the turret got killed by this beetle. Well, good work there. Thanks for all the ammunition. It was absolutely worth coming over here, if only for that ammo. Okay, there is another building. Oh, what are you? So, trivial, neutral, loved by apes, not interested in fighting me. Admired by flowers for reprogramming their least favorite robot. All flowers combined have a least favorite robot, huh? Legendary worshipper of Oborukoru. What is an Oborukoru? Will this guy talk to me? Hey, Oborukoru. Yeah, he's got feelings about Oborukoru. Your thirst is mine, dog. Apes should like this, right? Apes and flowers. He would teach me cooking and gathering. And actually join us for, like, basically nothing. That's wild. I want the cooking and gathering, though. Because the fact that it would only cost 68 reputation to get Nirugala to join us suggests to me that it's not really worth doing. But, like, free cooking and gathering sounds awesome. Thank you. Let's trade. Do you have any cool stuff? You have an ape fur hat, an electric snail shell. What? It has stats. Is this a hat, or what is this? Yes, okay. It's a helmet that reduces your hit chance. Okay, I don't... No thanks. You've already given me everything of value that you could give me. I definitely want this pelt. I'm gonna drop these furs. So something killed an albino ape. Okay, apparently more than one. I mean, these furs are, these pelts are fairly valuable, if I remember correctly. Let's drop that as well. Who needs studded leather armor, I ask you? Alright, let's try to get inside this building. I'm curious. Oh, there's a chest. Ooh. Yeah, just take it. Stop asking questions. Stop asking stupid questions. Alright, first of all, what is this weird artifact we picked up? It was also a grenade. Cool. Don't want to drop my monocle. We might actually use that monocle at some point. I must have some 5 pounds of garbage somewhere. Yeah, the club. This club is worth, like, nothing. It's a stick. Okay, rifle turret. Pretty handy to find. Also, still worth a fair amount of XP. Yo, these are, pretty nice ruins. Follower of Oborukoru. It's a thing we ought to remember. Feels like a thing we ought to remember. Yeah, let's go back to R. Well, actually, is R where I want to go? R is where I was planning to offload stuff, but maybe I'm better off... There are hostiles nearby. Come on. They're just snapjaws. They don't count. Maybe we'd be better off going all the way back to the stilt. We do have these books. Yeah, let's... At the risk of getting lost a bunch of times on the way, hold on, let's try to... I was about to say, try to stay out of the desert tiles. Yeah, at the risk of having this happen a bunch more times, we'll head back over here, because there's certainly more value to be earned at the stilt. Go to the center. Alright, so first things first. Did we learn anything else about Reshef? I believe we did, right? Yeah. That's 2,000 XP. That's a very impressive amount. Do you have anything fun? You have some empty weird artifacts. We would suspect these are spray bottles, right? What does the lacquered trait do again? Cannot rust. I'm gonna hope that we don't need that. So... I'm trying to think. Is there anything that we would want to buy that would cause us to exchange these books for trade value? I mean, maybe the illuminated books, at the very least. What would we be interested in picking up? I guess if there's a data disk... I can't remember. Oh, right. Unlock. I'm going to be able to control my look. If there's a data disk person, I can't remember if there is in this version of the place, because we've been here... We have been here enough times for that to be, for me not to be able to remember what we see on any particular instance of it. But if there are data disks to be obtained, then that's probably worthwhile. If there are... I don't know what else I would want. Exotic liquids. Probably not. I do wish that, grenades are certainly interesting, but we have the important kinds of grenades, I think. The kinds of grenades that I think of as important. Your preserved foods and your ink blots. Wait, what was ink blots? Control tilde, rest until morning. You know, I guess while we're screwing around here, let me go and employ some stuff here. So first of all, preserve my fresh foods. Now that we can do that. And then I'm going to choose to cook with vine wafer sheep and star apple jam. I ate the meal. Whenever you drink fresh water, there's a 25% chance one of your negative status effects is removed at random. Yo, that's a pretty good one. We probably don't need it, but that's cool. Alright, is this Arcanaut my guy? No, he's just wandering around. Well, you know what? Did we ever talk to the Glittermensch Boulderer? Okay, all he has, that makes sense. All he has is his holy book. So this guy's the Grenadier, the guy who's still sleeping over here. I guess the person who runs this shop must be sleeping somewhere around here. Probably this dude. I mean, I guess he's just a bookbinder. You don't necessarily need any more books. I don't think we saw any books that I was, like, particularly interested in. We should definitely check out the drum ads. I still don't think grenades are worth spending a bunch of trade value on. What else did you have, sir? Sorry, I didn't mean to ask you what kind of creature you are. That's very rude of me. Here we go. Rubber suit. What's the story with this? Huh. Big electrical resist. I guess that makes sense. So, I'm a little curious about the extremely expensive artifact. Terrifying Visage would be a modification that we would make for our head slot, I assume. It's not really that expensive to pick up, but also I don't know if maybe it's worth picking up. Jewels and jewelry. You know what? Let's grab that, because, you know, if we can apply some kind of upgrade that gives us something akin to the Terrify effect, I think I actually would quite like that. So, let's start with all of this garbage. The stuff I just really don't want to be carrying around. Cybernetics Credit Wedge is worth a lot, actually. That's interesting. I certainly don't need this. Or, honestly, that. Or this iron buckler. The albino ape pelts are very heavy. Is there anything else that we wanted from you? Not really. I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind a salve injector. But, like, maybe I should probably be willing to do this, right? Let's trade the 8 pelts for copper nuggets for the sake of weight. If these things don't actually seem to change value, which seems to be true. Yeah, I think we'll do this deal. I'm cool with this. Okay. So, Terrifying Visage. Learn. Where is my... Here we go. This item reduces the cooldowns of Berate, Intimidate, and Menacing Stare. Okay. Can we actually learn that stuff? We have 20 ego, but only because of equipment. Does that allow me to learn an ego thing, like... No, okay. Your natural value is what makes that possible. Okay, so we know that now. We might get there. It could happen. Who knows? Maybe we'll live long enough to see enough stat ups that it becomes reasonable for us to get that. Explosives. Who doesn't love an explosive? Sticky honey. And then this is also a honey spot. Bee juice. We could, I suppose, Try to get one of those portable beehives, just to have a source of honey in case we have problems. You are a hat man. You are a guy who I remember looking at because you are a color that is mechanically enticing in many cases. Stylish cloaks. What is this place? Wear gloves now. Good idea to name your store an imperative. Hey, you idiot! Buy stuff here. Shawls, mantles, and more. I don't even know what I'm looking for beyond potentially data discs. This looks like a gun store. We should probably check out the gun store, which I apparently did not check out last time we were here. Do you have any fun pistols? Not obviously. That said, dude does have lead slugs, and we will obviously take all of them. So the answer on the pistol thing is maybe, right? Those almost have to be pistols. Well, they almost have to be guns. What else would he have, right? So, let's trade some stuff off for those. So we don't want to start with our trade goods. Our trade goods are low-cost stores of value. I don't know if it's reasonable to sell this. It seems like it's just money. Let's say I wanted to buy all of those. How feasible is it for me to get all of these? We could sell off our third Borderlands revolver, probably. We probably don't need these desert rifles. I'm unlikely to use them. And then, do we have any other stuff that we want to get rid of before we start hitting direct trade value? I mean, I guess, we have some leather moccasins that don't matter much. We have some gloves we'll probably never wear again. A worn burnoose that I just picked up because I could pick it up. I might want to hold on to these. You know what? I have 2 telescopic monocles. I don't need 2. And then, if I'm thinking I'm going to trade off the illuminated books for cash value, because the illuminations just raise their cash value, not their XP value. I guess I don't know that, though, do I? Hold on. Let's hold on to these, because we should test that. And yeah, at this point, we'll start trading off nuggets of value. So, I mean, I should have just hit I need to put them all up. Actually, no, we subtract some of these and we do put this up, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, let's see if we got some winners here. That's a good gun. It's not a pistol, though. That's a pump shotgun, which you would think I'd be able to understand, and a drum-loaded desert rifle. So all guns, just none of them the kinds of guns that we would like. We know that there are chain pistols. It's definitely a thing we saw at some point. So I was kind of hoping we were going to encounter something like that. It's wild that, in all the time we've been playing the game, with all of the crazy pieces of equipment and everything we've seen 2 pistols. 2 kinds of pistols. Okay. Well, we didn't get exactly what we would have wanted most from that stuff, but I'm happy to have gotten the things we got. And I'm sure we'll be able to make some kind of trade value off of them. Alright, I would like to give book. So no, we know that illuminated books do not give an especially large amount of XP. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a whole lot of XP. I might even hold on to the illuminated books, but leveling up seems so important. More stats, right? I should have read that book about Golgotha. I know that it was just procedurally generated and could not possibly have had any real information in it, but our character, in universe, would definitely stop to read a book about Golgotha. Or actually, I guess maybe he wouldn't yet, because we haven't yet been to the Grit Gate, so he doesn't know that Golgotha is going to be important to him. That brood there is worth 739 XP. That's a pretty big deal. Introducing a Cherry Daughter to a Limited Area, Volume 10! The 10th volume that I've written about this subject. So we're almost exactly 1,000 XP off of the next level up. These books are worth a fair amount. I'm going to hold on to these. They're tradable. Okay. So I think we disposed of our excess trade value and weight in a way that makes some amount of sense. We're just going to continue on having an awful lot of guns. Let's go to Gritgate. Okay, so we don't have the Waydroid thing. We are going to have to actually kill the Waydroids. They do hit fairly hard when they are allowed to hit, but also, they do not have a ton of health. And they're worth a fair amount of XP. But to route around security doors, fortunately in this area that seems to be pretty straightforward. So I have a plan here. I guess it's not much of a plan. Basically, what I really want to do is take some Sphinx Salt and then have my precognitive self, sort of the illusory self of the future, leap into one of the chutes, because I'm curious if we'll actually see anything down there. And if that doesn't work, then I really have no idea how to get into Golgotha. I guess that's a thing that is already true. We don't have to wait to see. We know that we don't know how to get into Golgotha still, despite all the time that we've spent trying. But all we can really do is keep going there and seeing if our investigations reveal something that we had missed previously. We have to hope so. Oh boy, Mirthworms. I'm imagining we can hack through a bunch of Mirthworms with very little danger. Am I still getting decent XP for these? 35. You know, 35's not bad considering the number of them we're likely to have to kill. That's going to add up pretty quickly. So I'm pressing the wrong directions here. I'm just walking around them and letting them hit me for very small amounts of damage. I'll tell you what, my first inclination is that there must be some way to use a rope to descend safely. But I guess I have no reason to think that that would be a thing that... Wow, Chemcell, nice. I have no reason, really, to think that that would be a thing that could happen in this game, aside from the fact that that's a thing that I have done in other games, and that, like... So far, Caves of Qud seems to have some pretty robust systems. So maybe it's just that rope is super rare. The reason we've never seen any isn't that there isn't rope in the game, because this is not a thing, mechanically speaking, but instead just that rope is quite rare. And any minute now we will stumble across some and we will use it to... Stairs must be down here. We'll stumble across some and we'll use it to easily get into Golgotha, and then we'll just have a big old laugh about the fact that, can you believe it, he hadn't... Hey, don't you sunder my mind, I need that. I know it looks like I'm not using it, but just trust me, I'm saving it for later. Just trying to keep my powder dry on the mental front. Oof, 12 damage though. It's pretty harsh. Alright, down to the Barathumite. Hey guy, what's your deal? Your deal is you don't have any information, or any equipment that I want. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's a chain gun turret. Well, I mean, at this point, we don't really have much option, right? 5 armor value, 15 damage. I'm just kind of like in the middle of everything. If we can't kill this, I don't think I can run to cover. So, it's lightly damaged. I'm not hitting it. Alright, I'm going to try to make it. So Juke is a free tile of movement, then sprint. Ow. Rest until healed? Nope, there's a Waydroid. There we go. Ow! I put myself in front of the doorway again. See a Waydroid. Damn it. Please die. Okay, there's more enemies. I guess let's grab this chem cell real quick. Oh, hey, that's a slug snout. I'm actually going to get worn down by a bunch of, like, not very impressive foes here. Boy. How do I want to handle this? So if we expose ourselves to the way droid, we're asking for trouble. Or to the chain gun. I'm hoping it won't be able to see me this far back. Just kill you immediately. I'm going to go back upstairs. That's my big plan. Okay. Rest until healed. Successful. Slug Snout still alive. Nope. Looks like maybe not anymore. I'll save you. Okay. So many dead mirthworms. We got the drop on it a little bit, and I was hoping that that would mean that we could just blow it up real fast, but man, I'm really not doing that. Okay, there we go. And I took it down from lightly damaged to completely dead in very few moves. What is that? Oh, it's a copy of the Council at Gamma Rock. It's damaged 1,000 rounds. Hell yeah. Also, some small boxes. What are these small boxes? A box of crayons. This is not a coloring book. Right? Oh, they were both boxes of crayons. Okay, well, I'm assuming those are just, yeah, trade goods. Okay, hopefully people like these crayons that I found. We may as well grab all of this stuff. Man, 1,000 extra bullets is a find I am pretty excited about. Maybe the most exciting thing we've happened upon this episode. Try to get close enough to that spark tick that I'm definitely getting my shot through the door here. Oh hey, a full-size bear. Eyeless crab is tough. Also, there's a sightless way guy. It's weird how they always... I was about to say it's weird how they always attack me before I can even see them, but I guess like their whole thing is that they don't need line of sight. That's why they're called that. Alright, what do we have here? Shotgun shells and copper nuggets. It's my favorite country song. I might have told this story before. I can't remember. Listen, I spend a lot of hours talking into the void every week. I can only remember a very small portion of the things I have said. But I was recently trying to help my mom find new music. She finally figured out that she can like listen to stuff on her phone while she does things, and that can like make tasks less unpleasant and less boring. Something is firing, and I can't tell, like, I'm hearing a gunshot sound. I guess I'm shooting this hermit now, I just kind of kept hitting the button. Okay, yeah, something's definitely shooting at me. Slug whizzes past. I think it's a slug snout. Stop doing that. Oh, there's more than one of them, I think. Oh, maybe not. I thought we got shot at multiple times in a single round there, but I guess not. Or there had been at some point. More than one of them, though. So she likes kind of like folksy music, and I was trying to find stuff. I don't know any music. I don't know music, man. I've listened to the same 3 albums over and over again on the same Winamp client that I've been moving from computer to computer for 20 years. And I discovered some in the course of trying to find stuff that fit what she told me her taste was. I actually did discover some music that I quite like. And in the course of researching it and trying to see if I could find more, I discovered that sometimes the genre of this music is called dark country, and that piece of information came alongside an album cover for an album that's like, this is a compilation of dark country songs, and it's just so... the name combined with the image is so edgelord that I just... so embarrassed that I hesitate to even tell the story. I think we still have our old food buff up, right? So I'm just going to eat a normal meal and try not to replace the buff. So there's a couple of rooms here that we can't actually access. It's probably not worth building a resonance grenade to get through those, right? Because we have a pretty limited supply of resonance grenade parts, if I'm not mistaken. So next level up is what we're waiting for. 4,400 XP away. In fact, we still have no A. Although we do have some things that we could disassemble. Just nothing that's only explicitly for disassembling, right? Like we could disassemble those chem cells to try to get some A. Do we have anything that's... What is a metal folding chair for? It's not in the scrap section, it's in the trinket section, which suggests that it would have a use? I don't know, I guess I'm going to hold on to it for the moment. Oh, hey, there's like a whole thing going on here. What's your deal? You are a Templar Squire. You are roughly equal to me in combat effectiveness, which is sort of a terrifying concept. Let's kill some stuff around here. Ow, I'm getting the hell shocked out of me right now. Can't seem to kill this Waydroid, despite the fact that Waydroids have posed no problem for me in the past. I'm just trying to get to a place where I can fight without feeling like I'm going to accidentally hit that Templar Squire, because I don't know what his deal is. Okay, kind of getting my ass handed to me. Be really cool if I could ever kill a thing. Okay, there we go. So I don't want to withdraw, right? I don't want to run any further away because I'm worried that I will aggro additional enemies. And in fact, even if I don't run further away, it seems clear that I will aggro additional enemies. The Recoiler's hostile, right? No, the Infiltrator. Sorry, the Infiltrator is fine with me, apparently. Do, in fact, need to reload. It's wild that other creatures are fine with Mirthworms being around. It seems like I'm the only person who ever kills them. Mr. Bear, I don't think this is a smart move for you. Whoever's making your decisions you need to reconsult them. They're giving you bad advice. Huh, well that's not a very expensive weird artifact. How would you like a bunch of weight worth of garbage? I guess let's trade off. I'm gonna keep the goggles. That gets me pretty close, and then we have some weapons and stuff too. Actually... do I have enough water space to... does this work? Okay, cool. Yeah, just weigh myself down with water instead. That seems reasonable. I like that there are enemies that we can easily kill in a single weapon strike that still give as much XP as some of the stuff we're fighting here. Like 60 XP for pressing toward the enemy once is a pretty good deal. Oh, Albino Ape stole my kill. I didn't get any XP for that. Oh no, hold on. We shoot Waydroids. I'm still worried about them. Must steal. Kill. Nope, he got it. Okay, well he's not managing to steal all of my XP. He's certainly trying. What is that meat on the ground? It is in fact... just for some reason, some raw bear meat. Also, a treasure chest that is an interesting color. Boy, these things do not want to die. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Let's try to... Are you mad at me? No, we're cool. Alright, I'm gonna stop using my gun. while all of the friendly albino apes are around. There's some bloody trash. Here we have a locker. Wow, a locker full of some fun stuff. Let's identify the weird artifact. A semi-automatic pistol! Hell yeah! Okay, hold on a second. We'll be right with that. Okay, stun gas grenade. So, semi-auto pistol goes in this slot, right? I think. Unload. Sorry, I pressed U to unload it, even though that's not a shortcut that is being offered. Right, the semi-auto pistol, yeah, it just has an extra point of penetration. Let me... Cylinderless pistol with acrylic grips. Okay, so no additional information. Well, let's load it. Oh, it holds 16 rounds, too. What is going on here? Why is there all this good stuff just laying around? Carbide weaponry? Significant amounts of ammunition? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That seems bad. I don't even know what just happened there. Where am I at carrying limit-wise? Oh, I'm just gonna grab everything over here. We have plenty of carry. So something caused a ripple. Makes me a little unnervous. Try to just rest here. Things keep coming onto the screen right before... There we go. Managed to get to 74. Look at me like actually hitting shots at a distance, and we're getting so good at this. Okay, my mind just got sundered a small amount. Please stop doing that. Rest until healed? Okay, hey, that time it actually worked. Yeah, take his sandals. Of course take his sandals. He doesn't need them anymore. Man, I do love a friendly albino ape. Bears less so. Again, this is a situation where if the bear was just cool, we wouldn't have a problem. So wait, I came in contact with a thing that had a grenade on it there. Just auto-looted the grenade without actually even seeing what was in the tile very much. Oh, I accidentally shot him. What is going on there? What am I seeing to the... Okay, nothing apparently. Yeah, I think one of the shots, the second shot, went through the enemy and hit the hermit. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty valuable, I think. 8 pounds for spiked gauntlets, huh? Seems a little extreme. Alright, well, we may as well continue down. Got what we're getting out of this floor. It was a good floor, though. Gosh, I sure do hate a mirthworm. I don't remember how many levels we have to go through. I accidentally hit the spark tick. I'm trying real hard to prevent my mind from getting too sundered. There we go. I gotta remember to reload my semi-auto or my revolver more aggressively, because if I try to fire and only one of the guns is loaded, it doesn't give me the "you need to reload" warning, because you don't, not really. Yeah, we'll grab this. Getting close to that weight limit again. Gotta start being discerning. Okay, level 15 means that it is time for us to grab... Oh, sorry, I gotta actually put the stat point into agility. There we go. Time for us to grab Empty the Clips, which is pretty damn good. A good emergency tool, and that's the best kind of tool. Alright, so with 100 skill points left, and nothing in particular jumping out at me, whenever you juke an opponent while wielding a short blade in your hand, you make a free attack. Honestly, we have juke. We wield a short blade in our primary hand a lot. Yeah, let's take Pointed Circle. It's just like free... That's free damage. Insert Tim and Eric gif here. Eyeless Crab got real lucky there and accidentally slipped on the slime to become adjacent to us immediately. Almost like he knew it would happen. I mean, there's a long history in stories of blind oracles. Have we considered that maybe every eyeless crab can see the future? It looks like an eyeless crab maybe just got its mind sundered. Yep, that's the fella who will be responsible. Been a hell of a time killing him. How expensive, or how heavy is a steel battle axe? You know what, I'll £5 for that. Steel weaponry is fairly valuable, I think. Speaking of... 115... Okay, so let's take the longsword. And the kukri, I guess. And this canteen... And then we'll drop something. So I've been holding a glow sphere, and it's still glowing just as much as it was glowing before. I think we're going to throw down... We have a couple of torches. I think we can just drop all this weight worth of torches. We might be done with torches. Okay, so we cleared that out. There's another chest up here. And it's probably the case that I don't need to be careful about ammo anymore. We got a lot of ammo. Yeah, I'll take those. That cracked lens should probably just be disassembled. And that northern exit to the screen probably takes us to the Barathumite. Let's let Auto Explore do its thing before we go over there. Yet more way droids. Wow, actually, like a considerable number of them. And then he juked. So, if we juke away from an enemy... No, we do not get the free hit. We have to juke to a square that is still within weapons range, it looks like. Maybe. I didn't mean to do that. But now we have this weird artifact. I'm just pressing buttons in combat because I'm all panicked. It was a big hook. Oh, right, a stun rod, of course. Let's drop... Don't need these sandals. And then, like, what's another piece of gear? Steel boots are pretty heavy. I don't remember if steel boots are actually, like, worth stuff. They might be. Well, we're not actually above our weight limit now. Let's just continue looking around. I kind of wish I could, like, lay in some basic auto orders. Just have it attempt to shoot. If I hit Auto Explore, instead of stopping when you find an enemy, you know, just shoot at it. Don't make me play the game myself. You could play the game for me. Alright, my suspicion is... Yep, okay, we found it. So we go and have this conversation. I'll place the disc in the tray, accept the quest. And then, one more time for the road here. Let's step in and say howdy. I have been tasked to travel to Golgotha. Bring salves or herberries and mind your feet in the cloaca. Alright, do not visit without a healthy stock of yuckweed and honey. We can ask him what wares he sells, but we can't, like, say, hey, show me your wares if you get off of this first menu. Okay, so... He has a number of weird artifacts. He has a resonance grenade. I was kind of hoping he was going to have some discs, but no such luck apparently. Well, maybe we should make an effort to get more honey. So I think I'm fine with just selling our copy of Council at Gamma Rock because boy, it's valuable. Alright, we have so much stuff. We're not going to hold on to any of this, and we know that. I probably don't need to keep the drum-loaded desert rifle, because if I were going to use a gun at this point, it would be the carbine. Carbine? Oh, we don't need the pump shotguns. And then... box of crayons, despite being a trade good, not actually all that valuable. So that's 230 drams of value right there, plus that doesn't even include the books. Is it really 230? I guess his guns are fairly valuable. Huh. Okay, so what do we want to buy? I think it's probably just a bunch of weird artifacts hoping for more cool guns. I think that's the place that we are in as a character, is just like hoping to purchase guns. So, this one's sturdy. I'm actually quite curious. It's possible that I'm going to buy this and be really bummed out that I spent all that money, though. Alright, if we were to trade off all of our trade goods, that's 325. Plus all of the books that we saved for expressly this purpose, we can get to 534. We can absolutely buy this. My biggest concern is that it's going to turn out to be like a freezing hammer or something. You know what? I'm cool selling a phase conjugate fungicide grenade because phase conjugate grenades just don't seem to have a lot of value. Maybe that's unfair. And then we could sell... Oh, I should sell this and that for sure. I should disassemble those goggles. May as well sell our 2 Boom Rose arrows. Can't imagine using any of this stuff. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take that deal as it is. He's going to give me 6 drams of fresh water, and we're going to figure out this very expensive artifact. It's a sniper rifle. It's a sturdy sniper rifle. Okay, I mean, it's not the kind of gun we like to use, but it is a kind of gun I'm willing to use with 11 points of penetration. I mean, is it really better than the carbine, which gives us 3 shots at 9 penetration? Honestly uncertain. I do not feel like I have a good sense of whether that is a better weapon. So, if we wanted to try again... do we have a way of generating 300 more trade value? I don't think so, actually. No, probably not. So we could grab some of the cheaper weird artifacts. My suspicion, though, is that those are not actually going to have a chance of being like a fancy advanced gun. So probably what we'll do is just stop here. Because we have to come back here eventually anyway, right? If we figure out the Golgotha situation, we end up back here, and we can just trade with him some more at that point. One last thing before we stop. Okay. I couldn't remember if we had leveled up again since the last time we spent skill points. Well then, I think this is probably where we're going to call it for today, and thank you all so much for watching. Believe it or not, we stop here at the very beginning of the Golgotha quest, but this time we at least have a plan for how we might get in. So when you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to take some drugs and then jump in a hole. No way that could go wrong, right? And we'll see you then.